Previously on whatever you want to call this we explored and exposed how Inkopolis' main arms dealer, Sheldon no last name given, is a fraud and— Wait, what do you mean a saleswoman made a counter video? I bet I can disprove this disapproval of my counter video to her boss's antics to make another counter video to her disapproval of my disapproval of her boss. Hold up, let me give this a watch real quick. Several minutes of slander later. You say Sheldon made Shellendorf Institute as a public works project? Now I know this is his desperate cover-up attempt, a bad one at that, but I'm on to you. Maybe taking stabs at Sheldon himself isn't enough, but what about the products he sells? How much do we really know about where some of these weapons come from? There was a certain collection of brand weapons that Sheldon recently started selling that he has no apparent affiliation with. Toni Kensa, the most seemingly odd new brand to come since the events of DJ Octavia.
Which one?
The one where he gets trapped in a snow globe.
That happens in both.
Okay, the one where he kidnaps the great Zapfish.
That also happens in both.
I swear to God, why are they so similar? Toni Kensa is a clothing brand that used to have a higher chance to roll the ability Cold-Blooded, but now it's changed to main power-up. The question I'm going to answer today is, why Toni Kensa, a clothing brand, is making weapons for Sheldon? Now we all know Sheldon is a shady guy. I mean, look at that devious smile. But why would he get Toni Kensa to make branded weapons? First, we need to look at why Toni Kensa would benefit from this deal. Inklings and Octolings alike across Inkopolis wanted more new weapons to utilize in their turf and ranks matches. So the CEO of Toni Kensa could have seen this as their golden opportunity to make more money in the weapons market rather than just the clothing market alone, since a weapon goes for a lot more than a couple of shirts or jackets. That seems like the simple answer though. Too obvious. Yeet it out the window. Yeet! Digging a bit deeper, somewhere in a subway. No, not that subway, you dumb Somewhere in a weird subway system, there was this toy of some kind I've never seen. It resembled the Toni Kensa logo. No other things were found in that subway. Very suspicious. I wonder why it was there. Was it a product of Toni Kensa themselves, or could it have been part of a deal? But something shady is going on deep in Toni Kensa Industries. Get it? Because the subway is called the Deepsea Metro? Ah! Wow, tough crowd, huh? Whatever. My bet is that Toni Kensa made a deal with Sheldon to research the way Inklings and Octolings play so they can give that information to Sheldon for his creation of illegally modified weapons. And in exchange, Sheldon would help Toni Kensa to release their own series of weapons so the company can make even more money. Toni Kensa just gets even more screwed up. Tell me, what is wrong with this image? Bro, where are this man's shoes? This is the cruelest thing that's ever happened in the world of Inkopolis. Can we get the hashtag Give the Octoling Shoes trending on Twitter to spread awareness of this horrible thing Toni Kensa has committed? You know how I mentioned earlier that Toni Kensa recently changed their Gears brand ability to main power-up? Maybe that has something to do with Sheldon. Before it was Cold-Blooded, which was pretty useless to say the least, but it suddenly changed to main power-up. They changed it to main power-up as with Toni Kensa's deal with Sheldon along with the brand weapons. But did you notice? When all the Kensa collections came out, they weren't just popular, but almost all of them were meta and competitive in some way. This can't just be a coincidence. My theory is that Toni Kensa is selling information to Sheldon about how players behave so Sheldon can continue his illegal modified weapon work. Will you continue to buy from Toni Kensa after these revelations? Will that devious horseshoe crab make that saleswoman protect the name of his sponsors again? Will I ever stop slandering this game? No.